Hi YouTube. So it is 02:26 a.m. So it is now the 10th of November 2016, and oh dear, America, what have you done? Everything that Donald Trump stands for is everything that me, as somebody who is a socialist, fights against. I am against attacking people for colour of the skin, their sexuality, their gender. I am against all those things. I may not be able to get out and protest like the people over in America are now doing who did not want Trump as president, but I have been out protesting against the things that our own leaders do. The fact that he will be celebrated to a degree by our leaders in this country, despite everything that he stands for, being, as far as I am aware, against gay marriage, equality for gay people. Like, I think that he believes in abortion, which I have a complicated relationship with abortion. I personally didn't believe in terminating either of my pregnancies, even though they weren't planned, because it wasn't the child's fault that they were created. Although I do understand if a baby is the result of somebody having been raped or something like that, then it is a bit more complicated to not want to get rid of the baby or to even feel comfortable, to put it lightly, carrying that baby to term and then possibly having the child adopted. I understand all that. I understand that despite what he said about respecting women, he clearly didn't show any respect specifically towards Hillary Clinton in the way that he was behaving towards her. From the clips that I saw, we have enough trouble in our own country as it is with people that have been in charge in who's leading this country at the moment, our government. We had David Cameron and we now have Theresa May, because since the EU referendum, since it didn't necessarily go how David Cameron wanted it to, he stepped down. Theresa May took over. She wasn't elected to do so, not by us. The whole point of having elections is that we, the people of the country, go out and we vote for who we want to be in charge. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily happen that who we want gets to be the Prime Minister, or in the case of America, President. A lot of people were leaning more towards Hillary Clinton, but obviously, with the Electoral College and stuff, it's ended up being Donald Trump is going to be in as of the middle of January, I think it is, when he gets to be inaugurated and take over from Barack Obama. There is people that are now going to basically rush through getting a same-sex marriage and not wait, because he might take the ability to be able to get a marriage license if you're a same-sex couple away and other things like that. I do apologise if I end up getting notifications and it vibrates again while I'm filming. So we all heard regardless of if you've got a television or you listen to the radio or not, we all heard the grab 'em by the pussy thing, which one of the YouTubers has made an hilarious musical video out of Donald Trump having said that. So to say that he has respect for women when he's said something that he called locker room talk about grabbing women by the pussy, which shows no respect whatsoever. There's no respect for LGBTQ people at all. From what I've seen, all I've seen is through social media like Twitter and Facebook. As a British person, I understand to a degree about electing people. Obviously, I can have a certain amount of say in regards to people having elected Donald Trump. It's wrong. We knew it was going to happen. It was very obviously going to happen. I think on the back of us electing the Conservative government. Not me personally, I did not vote for the Conservatives. I will not vote for the Conservatives. I did have a television up until the beginning of August, so I was watching news and I watched political shows, and as I said, social media kept me informed about what was going on, and really, for us to have elected a Conservative government over the Labour government, regardless of what you think of Jeremy Corbyn, what you think of what the bad things that Labour have done, yes, parties do terrible things. Any party does terrible things, whether it's the Republicans versus the Democrats in America or the Conservatives versus the Labour Party here in Britain, because let's face it, Liberal Democrats didn't get anywhere really, and none of the independents really got anywhere, unfortunately. Yes, they won small victories, but it's like winning a battle but not winning the war. So pretty much the situation that it appears that we're left with is there's a guy that people consider to be a misogynist, racist, just generally an all-round nasty person going to be in charge of the country. Same as over here, we've had people that have cut the benefits of people like me. Up until 2 years ago, I was on DLA. I suffer from panic attacks, anxiety, depression. I've been at the extreme. I've heard voices, well, a voice in my head telling me to harm myself and other people. I've hallucinated stuff, partially due to antidepressants, which is why I have such a big thing against antidepressants and hate being given them. I've been given that many different ones, and the side effects, it's just not worth putting yourself through that if you've already got a pre-existing issue, and the side effects will just heighten those, at least initially. They may level out, but not necessarily. So I was seeing things, hearing things, having all kinds of things going on at the time. So counselling, I've tried counselling, I've been through the system loads of times, and then I have somebody who's not even medically trained turn around and say, I scored no points initially. Right, I was trying to move home into this flat that I live in now at the same time as going through appeal, tribunal, living on £126 a fortnight, which people seem to think is a fortune, but it's not. I'm now living on, I think it's £179 a fortnight because I had to get a loan to get a carpet, so I'm losing £12 something a week out of my benefits. People seem to think that £50 a week is enough to live on. Right? I got back into debt because of it. I've got the bedroom tax for my old flat that I'm supposed to pay, which apparently is £270 that I still owe that I don't have. I've had my mobile phone disconnected from outgoing calls and texts because of the high usage apparently. So the situation that I personally am in due to our government, due to DLA being taken away from me, not being entitled to PIP, being put in work-related activity group ESA. Yes, I am going to college at 36 years of age to do my GCSE English. yeah, because I didn't get to do GCSEs at 15, 16, because the education department decided that I had some kind of learning difficulty, which to this day nobody's actually assessed me for what that is, and sent me to a special school to do my year 11. And because they were autistic children, they're children on the most severe end of autistic spectrum, GCSEs were not done. They didn't do anything to try and help me do GCSEs while still at a special school. They decided that I was reading below my age. Would you want to sit in front of a complete stranger and read aloud from a book? No. Well, I didn't, and apparently that meant I got a learning difficulty. Right? I'm quite a shy person in front of people that I don't know. Yes, I do babble a lot to people when I get nervous. Right? People think that you just go quiet when you're nervous and shy. You don't. You can just blurt things out like I'm doing on this video. So I'm not impressed with the whole thing, what's going on with the USA, what's going on here in Britain. Essentially, it might not be the apocalypse, it might not be the end of the world, but it's the end of the way things were, because everything's being cut. In America, they have to pay for health care, right? How much harder is that going to get for people? We have to prove over here with HC1 forms, I think it is, that we're on benefits. We have to prove at colleges and stuff every year that we're still on benefits. Come April next year, I'm going to be reassessed again. I'm going to have another medical, because that will be the period of time that my work-related ESA goes up to. So I'm going to go through the whole process again that I already went through 2 years ago, while also moving home, which caused a lot of stress between me and my friends, which is why my relationships with my friends might have changed. And how I seem to have changed. Yes, I've changed to a degree. Wouldn't you have if you've been put through yet another stressful situation after everything else that I've been through in my life? Yes, I'm lucky to have a roof over my head and stuff like that, like I said in a previous video, but I've had other things that have put me through hell. I mean, relationship breakups are nothing compared to having your children taken off of you because they think that you're not good enough. I mean, that's a completely different video, to be honest. I know we've gone off on a tangent here. This is supposed to be about Americans voting Trump to be president over Clinton. Yes, Clinton might have been a terrible choice, but Trump is a worse one for the things that have come out that he said. Yes, she used her private email to send work emails. Yes, there's a lot of issues around her. Maybe she should be locked up for things that she did, but so should he for the things that apparently he's done. And our countries are all just in a state. I'm not surprised people want to leave America and go and live in Canada. To be honest with you, with the way things are here, I would love to have the money to be able to leave this country and go somewhere where I am not economically penalised for being mentally ill and for being a woman and for being this and for being that. I don't believe that there's this wage gap thing, yeah? You That is not how it works with wages. We're not paid less for being women, right? No, I don't believe that. But I do believe that everybody should be paid the same amount of money. Like, I think the socialist thing is that we should be paid like £10 an hour, and that, yes, everybody should work. Everybody should put in where they can, right? I mean, I have a complicated relationship with socialism because obviously there's going to be aspects of it that even I don't believe in. Yes, I do think that we should all pull our weight and that I do work hard on. I worked exceptionally hard on my peer mentoring course, my level 2 peer mentoring course. I worked exceptionally hard on my level 1 art citizenship community involvement course. I'm working exceptionally hard on my GCSE English course. I work exceptionally hard at learning, right? And because I'm trying to learn, right, I'm going to end up having to go and get a job doing cleaning or being an assembly operative or being a volunteer again, which are not things that I want to do, but the things that are, it's all part of learning. So the way things stand with America and with the UK, basically, our leaders, people that are in government over here, are screwing us, and in America, they're going to be screwed too. And where are we going to go from here? So, um, we knew this was going to happen. Once Brexit had happened and people voted, I personally didn't vote to leave, but I didn't vote to leave for personal reasons. But I looked into everything that I could understand about what was going on, and I voted to remain. Although there was very much information coming out either way for remain or leave, other than scaremongering on both sides, to be honest. And to a degree, we are better in with certain things, but we also be better out. And nobody really understood what was going on with it, to be honest. Like, it was just a lot of, oh, this will happen, that'll happen, we'll be inundated by immigrants and all this crap. Yeah? Like, it's going to be any different because now all the Americans want to go and run away to Canada because they're going to have Trump as president. I don't blame them. I want to leave because we had David Cameron and we've got Theresa May. To be honest, I would love to leave this country. If I could uproot my flat, disconnect it from the rest of this world, and move it to anywhere else where I'd be better off and where I could get the kind of job I want to do and everything, I'd do it in a heartbeat. Because I hate this country and what it's become, and I hate what America's going to become. So, this is my stance on things at the moment at like 2:30 in the morning on what's now day 10 of my Vlogember. Please like and subscribe if you like the videos that I've been making recently. And if you want to be part of my Hive crew, give it a big thumbs up. And I will catch you again later or probably tomorrow when I think my Bry album will be arriving on the 11th of November, so I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully my laptop is going to be coming either this morning or Friday morning, so that'll be my laptop and my Bry album. It's singer songwriter slash YouTuber Bry's debut album. It's just called Bry. Go to Amazon for the physical copy or go to iTunes for the downloadable version. Please support Bry. He's currently on tour with 21 Pilots. Please support Candice as well. She's been on her own for a few weeks because Bry's on tour with 21 Pilots. And that's me out for now. I shall catch you all later. Bye.